Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Reski Trandi. I'm from class PBIA. So I wanna explain a little bit what I know about scope of discourse analysis. In discourse analysis, there are spoken discourse, and the ideas concerning about spoken discourse is that it's a language verbally used by using speech in communication. It constitutes a series of conventional system sound, and its actual representation is speaking. So there are three major functions of speaking. The first one is as interaction, as a transaction, and the third is as a performance. Speaking as interaction primarily establishes social interaction, focus on satisfying the participants, as it's involves two or more than two people, and it contains more than one topic of talks. Uh, so but this interactional function indicate the most frequent activity of talking. For most of people, it's called conversation, and conversation can happen in two different ways. The first way is in classroom or classroom conversation, and the second one is in real life, which also called casual conversation. So there are differences between these two things, where in casual conversation people don't really need to put up their hands to answer, while in classroom conversation, putting up our hands or saying me, it's like a common thing. And also the other difference is that teachers usually ask a question that already known in classroom conversation, so that the student can answer. Well, in casual conversation, people usually uh, ask about something that they don't know, because they want to get an information from other people about those specific topics that they don't know or they don't have any information about. For some language practitioner, classroom conversation is a special variety of language used by the teachers and the students in their interaction. This is to their own specific features, which other varieties do not share. And there are special types of classroom conversation, where in this type use these styles usually teachers tend to simplify their speech. Use The teachers and students are limited by time and space. Teachers and students commonly use the foreign language to practice and to develop their communication skills, and teachers and students communicate due to teaching and learning interest, not really because they want to uh, share their interests in certain topics, like in casual conversation. And reason for discourse analysis of classroom conversation. The first one is to show typical characteristic in terms of structure, function, and so forth, which which what make it different from casual conversation. The second is to encourage the student to know and to use these characteristics when they are involved in classroom settings. And the last is to see what goes in the classroom and to evaluate the end products of the teaching. According to Richard and Spitt, in 2020, in 2002, the focus of discourse analysis for CLC is the first one, uh, sentence cohesion, the second is turn taking, the third is the relationship between sentences, the fourth is speech move, and the fifth is speech X. So Sinclair so discourse for CLC using speech edge approach. Sinclair and Coulthard found that there are something called ERF pattern in classroom conversation, where E or I stands for initiation. The teachers initiate conversation, and R stands for response, which is students respond, and F stands for feedback, which is the teachers follow up. uh, and by using this that data, we can analyze a conversation that that usually in classroom the first thing that teachers do is take initiate and then ask the students and after that the teacher will wait for the students respond, and then after the student respond is where the teacher will give feedback. And because of this we will now know that in the discord so in the discourse sequences there are initiation that function as ask and response that function as answers, and feedback that function as comment. So because of this there are obviously a contribution for of discourse analysis from CLC. So the contribution is that the cultural adaptation in the teaching is expected to be able to make the teacher's teaching style adaptable to the culture commonly exists in the classroom of the students that they teach. And I think that's all from me. That's all I know about scope of discourse analysis. And thank you so much for watching. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.